Hey up guys, it's Klye here, and welcome to Let's Play Uncharted 4, A Thief's End, which is actually a very sad game, especially when it comes to the ending, considering Uncharted 4 is the last Uncharted game. Very, very sad to see the conclusion of Nathan Drake's story, and everyone else's story who is involved, of course, but I don't think that we're going to see the last of Nathan Drake. I mean, he's a very popular character. I'm sure we'll see him in some stuff. If they ever do a PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale 2, perhaps, I'm sure he'll show up in that. One thing I'd like to mention, though, before we actually get into the game, in the options, I think it's in accessibility. We actually have a, there we go, look, repeated button presses. You know how usually when you're in like a quick time event, you're getting choked out or something and you die and you gotta press like triangle or something to knock a guy out? You can actually put that to hold. So if you're not very good at tapping, or you don't have the motor skills to do so, or you just can't be asked to slam into your controller all the time. I mean, if you've ever played Metal Gear Solid 4 at the ending where you have to spam triangle for a good 5 minutes straight, having the option to just hold it down is such a lifesaver, because you don't break your controller. That's one thing I'd like to say. You don't break your controller. I'm going to leave it on tap, though, because I'm just so much used to that. But yeah, that's a nice thing to have. I like the accessibility controls. It's very, very nice. Anyway, let's get into the story, shall we? There's going to be a lot of banter, a lot of talking between characters, so I'll try not to interrupt people. And of course, if you hear any background noise, that is my fan. Alright then, so let's start a new game then, shall we? And I'm not going to keep any of the stats and the treasures from the other save file. I've only played through this twice before, but as you know, I do like to do my Uncharted Let's Plays on crushing, so this is going to be no different. I believe on the other games, the remastered editions for the PS4 of Uncharted 1, 2 and 3, there's actually like a harder mode. Although I don't have those games, but I have seen there is like a brutal mode or something. I'm really interested to see what that's like. Maybe I'll have to get the remastered edition one day. Anyway, yes, crushing. It's very difficult. I am going to die a lot. I can guarantee you that. So if you're expecting some sort of pro gameplay, now is the time to click off this video. Alright, let's do this. I am a man of fortune, and I must seek my fortune.
This is really not good. Hold on! go. What? I can fix it. Just cover me. Damn it. Come on.
Yeah, so, crushing, oh my god. On every Uncharted game, it's so random, it's very, very hard to predict exactly what's going to happen. Are you going to kill them? Are you going to get killed? You never really know. It's one of those weird things, although it's also very, very challenging, so that's why I like it. There's a lot of things you've got to look out for, a lot of things they have removed. I will talk about that soon, but if you are playing on the lower difficulties, you will see a lot of things that will pop up, and it makes things very easy for you. However, if you are playing on crushing, like myself, they do remove a lot of the things that make the game a little bit more easier, although I think those things made the game a little bit more fun as well, mainly because they are new mechanics to the game, and it's a bit unfortunate that they do remove them once you go into crushing mode, but I suppose it is for the more advanced players, so I can see where they're coming from.
There, I got it. Head straight to the island. Nathan, rock, dead ahead. I can barely see out there. Shit! Get them off of us! Doing the best I can here! Nathan, hurry! Just hang on! On your right! Watch it! Oh, shit! Nathan!
Nathan? Nathan. What are we gonna do with you? You must be tired of these lectures. I know I'm tired of giving them. And now you have to stay here with me all weekend instead of going on the retreat with everyone else?
I don't care.
Yes, that is the crux of the problem.
I don't see why I'm the only one being punished.
Because you started the fight.
He wouldn't give me back my book.
I told you to leave those books in your room. You only have yourself to blame.
Doesn't give him the right to just snatch it from me.
Does that give you the right to start throwing punches?
It wasn't just about the book.
What was it then?
Nothing. I'll save it for confession.
No matter what I try, you seem insistent on going down the same sad road as your brother. What a waste.
Sam!
Here we go. Alright, so, Nathan Drake as a small boy. Where have we seen this before? Uncharted 3, that's where. I kind of like that Uncharted 4 is just a big mishmash of all the other games combined, in a sense, because Uncharted 4, it has like a lot of elements that are just sort of in the other games, but it stands as its own game, of course, and you can play Uncharted 4 and still kind of understand what's going on, mainly because they kind of show things from a past perspective like this, and you can sort of see where things are going, and you can kind of get a grip of the story without having played the other games. So, you know, usually I'm a bit, I'll say fanboyish. When people play, like, let's say Metal Gear Solid 5, and they haven't played any of the other games, I'm a bit like, you know, well, you kind of need to play them, because the story is very important. But when people say, oh, I've only ever played Uncharted 4, I kind of let that slide a little bit, just because the story, it kind of does stand on its own. And these people are going to talk here. I do apologise for talking over them, but I want to get my point out of the way here. So, in Uncharted 3, you finally get to see Nathan Drake as a small boy, which is very, very awesome. When we first saw that, It blew my mind. It really did. It was so cool. And now we're seeing it again, which obviously it's not as mind-blowing as it was because, you know, in the other two games, in Uncharted 1 and 2, we'd only ever seen Nathan Drake as an adult. So, you know, it was a surprise. It was nice. But we only saw him after he was a small boy when he got shot in London. Oh, I say shot. It wasn't, you know, it was sort of a fake shooting, of course. And I've got to do a bit of stealth here, which obviously stealth is my forte, so we should be good to go. Okay, this is going to be a bit more interesting now because she hasn't done what she usually does. She usually stands around here for a few seconds, but that's not happened. Alright, so I'm going to wait for her to turn around and smoke a fag or cigarette. Fag is English slang for cigarette, so if I do use that term, I do apologise. I know it can be derogatory. Oh, go on! There we go. Oh, that's nice. Okay, so what was I saying? Oh yeah, we got to see, you know, Nathan Drake as a small boy, which is cool. Although it was after he was like dead / knocked out, and it's the same concept here. You know, Nathan has been knocked out or has been killed, we don't know yet, ooh, and we are seeing his memories, which is awesome. I always find it funny though how you see into his memories, because the voice actor for Nathan Drake, which is Nolan North, he played Desmond Miles in Assassin's Creed, and I always find it funny because, you know, you're looking into Desmond Miles' memories and stuff, and, you know, seeing his ancestors, and whenever Nathan gets like knocked out or something, you always see into his memories, which I've always found it seems like a nice connection in a sense, but it's not really a connection. It just sort of I guess it's more coincidental than anything. And of course Nathan is very good at climbing and free running, as it were. So is Desmond Miles. So it's a really good sort of connection they've got going on. I suppose it's unintentional, but I don't know. Maybe they understood there was a connection there. Nolan North is a fantastic voice actor. I don't actually know. Well, I know I have the memory of the voice actor who played young Nathan Drake in my head, but I just can't like quite remember the name. We'll see it at the end of the game, of course, or if I just decide to look it up. And also, there is young Sam over there. He is voiced by a different person as well. I'm kind of surprised, though, because Troy Baker is possibly one of the greatest voice actors of all time. And Troy Baker voices Sam Drake. Oh, we'll see them soon, don't worry about it. But yeah, he voices him. And I'm kind of surprised that Troy Baker didn't actually try and go for a younger voice to try and voice this guy, or we're about to meet now. I don't know, maybe he could have done it. I believe he could have pulled it off, but I don't know.
Ooh, you gotta learn to watch your back.
Alright.
Hey, it's good to see you, little brother. What was that? Really? Again?
It's nothing.
You told me you'd stay out of trouble, though.
He was talking shit about us.
So?
He said that Dad dumped us here because we're worthless, and Mom is in hell because...
Nathan, come on. They're just saying it because it gets to you, all right? You just gotta learn to laugh it off.
You wouldn't.
Well, do as I say, not as I do. Here. You'll catch a cold.
So, what are you doing here like this anyway? If the nuns catch you, they're gonna call the cops.
Well, I got something for you, and I couldn't wait till Christmas.
What?
It's outside.
What happened to us staying out of trouble?
This is an exception.
Mm-hmm. Nice jump.
Come on. Yeah, give me a hand. Sheesh, you might. The sister's feeding you enough. The place is kind of empty. Where's everyone?
Some Bible retreat.
Yeesh. I remember those.
So, I've just looked it up, and it would appear that the voice actor for young Nathan Drake is Britton Dalton. Britton? Are you serious? That is such an awesome first name. Jesus Christ. And the voice actor for young Sam is Chase Austin, which is also another awesome name. Like, what the hell? These awesome names. Nolan North, Troy Baker, Richard McGonagall. You know what I mean? Like, oh, so amazing.
This way. We're getting there. That was easy. Damn.
You didn't prop it.
I did. At least I thought I did. No, it doesn't matter. We're gonna take the high road.
The high road?
Just follow me. Watch this.
Whoa.
And now, we take the high road.
Have you done this before?
Once or twice. Here, come on. Your turn.
So I like how they introduced this mechanic of the grappling hook or the grapple. However, it's a little bit strange when it comes to the story itself, because of course we've never had this in Uncharted games before. This is the first game it appears in a sense. You know, you couldn't really use a grappling hook. They like sort of existed. Did Sam just fall, or did he actually... he made that jump. Alright then. So yeah, they like existed. You didn't actually use them in a sense of like, you know, swinging them around and grabbing them, but you did actually like, you know, swing on ropes a lot. So the mechanics were there. The mechanics of rope swinging and all that was there. However, we never actually got the chance to properly use a grappling hook, which is very strange considering apparently it's been around since Nathan was very young.
Whoa, whoa. Just don't think about it. You got this.
I got you.
See? No big deal.
Yeah. Nothing to it.
Stay with me.
Now, of course, that is just a gameplay mechanic, and it shouldn't affect the story at all. And it doesn't affect the story, but when you think about it, having a grappling hook in Uncharted 1 and 2, and even 3, especially 3, how amazing would that have been? How cool would that have been to have a grappling hook? That'd be fantastic. But yeah, Uncharted 4, it doesn't really hinge on the fact that you have a grappling hook, but you would not be able to progress without it, so I suppose it's quite essential, to say the least.
Right down the middle. Nice and easy.
Nice and easy.
Oops. Was that a sin? I think that's a sin. You ready, Tarzan?
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Right, so, our first real taste of the grappling hook. Well, I say that, we've already had it latched up for us, but still, we get to have a nice little swing. Which, it might not seem very epic right now, but trust me, when we actually get a little bit further on in the game, the grappling hook will prove very useful and quite tricky at some points. Also, I like how Sam puts it down for you, just in case you do drop. Oh, I'm going to burp, so let me edit this out real quick. This is going to be disgusting, I do apologise.
Up the steeple. Come on.
Now, I do believe that Nate was supposed to say, I can't jump that high, I do believe. But for some reason... Oh my god, what's all these legs? Oh my god! Nate, your legs are going crazy. Okay, everything seems to be fine now. But yeah, Nate was supposed to say, I can't jump that high, and then Sam says, go around. I don't really know why that didn't occur there, but it really should have. But it's okay, because I filled you in, so it's absolutely fine. And not in that way. Well, unless you want me to. Hoo-ah.
You ever been up here before?
This particular roof? No.
But you do know where you're going, right?
More or less. You wait here, and you watch me. Your turn.
Alright then, this seems pretty dangerous, but I'm sure we can make it, you know. I mean, well, it is in the past, so clearly we did make it. Although, saying that, did we? I'm not exactly sure. Let's find out, shall we?
Just don't overthink it.
Oh, crap! I got shit! Come on.
I did it.
Yeah, of course you did.
Now, there are actually some very good interactions with this little area behind us here. I will follow Sam in a second, but I'd just like to mention, if you do turn on the no gravity option, you can actually slide off this bit here, and all the slabs or tiles on the roof will actually fly into the sky. I say all, there's like 5 or 6 that fly off. When you actually kick them off, they'll fly into the sky and they will actually sort of follow you around everywhere, which is really, really weird. I turned on no gravity just to see what happened, and when I slid down there, they all just followed me around, because obviously the direction that we're going, they sort of go forwards, and through this entire scene, it just sort of follows you through them. It's really, really weird, but really, really cool. So if you do want to do that, turn on the no gravity option and just slide down that bit there. Lots of other interactions with no gravity, but still, that one always sticks in my mind.
Really? I'll follow your lead.
Alright, so we're going to hold L1 and we're going to let go and throw it. It says press L1, but hold it. It looks a bit more realistic rather than just like throwing it out of nowhere, especially considering this is the first time we're actually throwing it. It does seem a bit unrealistic that Nathan would just throw it instantaneously, wrap it around this telephone pole, I do believe. Alright then, let's try and make the jump, shall we?
Okay.
Oh, well, there we go then. The way you know it's safe to jump is when Nate will actually hold his hand out, and when his hand goes out to reach for something, that's when it's absolutely fine to let go. Although I say that, it doesn't always work as intended, as we might see later on. I'm not exactly sure. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. I hope we don't, to be honest, because Uncharted 4 is an almost flawless game, so I hope not too many glitches appear.
Just like that,
We're out.
All right.
check it out.
Huh?
Whoa, you got the 250?
250? What are you talking about? No, this is the 500cc twin.
No way.
Yeah.
Where'd you lift it from?
Whoa. That's a low blow. But hey, I'll have you know that I am a changed man. Bought this with hard-earned cash. Here, come on, take a seat. What?
The only time you pull a stunt like this is when you're trying to make up for something.
You are too smart for your own good, you know that? Alright. I got this job. Pays well. Really well. But, I gotta leave town for a little bit.
What's a little bit?
Like, a year. At the most, and then I'll be back before you even know it, alright?
You're bailing on me.
Come on, don't be so dramatic.
What, so it wasn't bad enough to leave me in that place? How could you do this to me, Sam?
Wait, I'm doing this for you. The money I make is for the both of us.
And then in a couple of years, when you're out...
Years? Take me with you.
I can barely support myself.
I'll pitch in.
I know you think the orphanage sucks.
You have no idea.
Yeah, but it's the best thing for you right now. Alright? Just gotta trust me on that one.
It's not fair.
Hey, nothing about our lives has been fair. But we've made it work. Right?
Sure.
Well, you know, the bike wasn't the only surprise. And I guess I'm gonna have to ruin the next one.
What?
I found Mom's stuff. Everything that Dad sold, I tracked down the buyer.
If you're saying this just to make me feel better,
I swear to God.
where?
On the other side of town. What do you say we go and get it back?
You mean steal it?
It's not stealing if it was ours to begin with.
I'm pretty sure the cops aren't gonna see it that way.
Well, then let's not get caught. You ready for this?
Hell yeah.